When CS2 was first announced, everyone was on the edge of their seat, happy and excited for new dawn in the counterstrike world.
Counterstrike. Was? Guys! Everyone's counterstrike! It's happening! Guys! Why is nobody answering?
Oh my
Hello,
God.
it's our
Oh
Counter-Strike
my
2!
God.
Moving tick rate, leveling the world! Guys, I'm not watching this
Oh
shit.
my
Guys,
God.
you're insane. I'm not watching this. Everyone, it is happening right as we speak. Okay, I will watch.
With the big anticipation during the limited beta test, we were all waiting for the next wave while watching our favorite streamers and content creators play the game, inspect skins, and absolutely abuse the latest bugs.
Wait. Chat, I think there's a glitch with my game chat. Is that supposed to be like that?
Skin prices exploded for months because of the hype and expectations set by the community. But right after the release, the prices went down like Onipixel's NFTs. In order to understand why the skin prices tanked after the release, we must first recall the community's vision during the limited beta test. During that time, most players were living a vivid dream, an optimistic vision which rather was too good to be true. After finally experiencing the long-awaited Source 2 engine with its shiny reflective lighting, expectations were as high as the sky. The game would reach new player count records, new skins, and game content including a game mode possibility of having a new operation a few weeks after the release. Many players acted on those expectations, believing more players would create a higher demand on liquid skins, which explains the excessive buy-in, creating an investment hype which lasted for months. Since the expectations were far from reality, it caused a negative reaction within the community. The official release turned out to be underwhelming, with lesser things to be excited about. And with the player count reaching the lowest drop since 2012 by almost 20%, investors got a hard reality check and were left with thousands of dollars in inventory value without a clear future. The twist of fate was enough for most to start selling, and without any buyers, sellers were undercutting one another. Almost a month since the release, undercutting is still dominating the market for most liquid skins on popular marketplaces like Buff, without any signs of stopping. But enough about skins, let's get back to the gameplay. As mentioned previously, the game was prematurely released, and the hype died before the game could see the light of success. And the worst part about it is that the devs are well aware of the situation. Though the Counter-Strike devs are more discreet than anonymous, they did an interview with PCGamer.com and gave us quite the insight of how things work behind the scenes. They said, "We know there is a conversation about whether the limited test should have been longer. For sure, there are some features that would have been included in CS2 at launch if we had a longer beta. Launching the game has massively accelerated the pace of improving CS2. So we think that launching when we did was the right time, even if the landing was and still is bumpy." Though we love the competitive side of the game and love the grind, many players still prefer playing the more casual modes like back in CSGO. Many players expected an operation at launch, but nobody expected that the casual modes would be removed, like retakes, arms race, and even danger zone. Let alone the other modes that require connection to a community server like surfing or KZ. In the short term, we have been keeping our development focused on the spaces where players spend the overwhelming amount of their collective time, they said. This explains the heavy focus on having a playable game at launch. Those modes haven't been forgotten. We have planned to reintroduce popular game modes and explore others. That being said, all game modes, regardless of the rules, fundamentally depend on solid core gameplay. Though the game is still like a construction site, future vision seems bigger than what we can imagine. After all, CSGO took years of constant fixing, updates and changes until it became the work of art. So despite the game experiencing a rough transition phase, it can only go up from here. Once the base game is fixed and everything works as it should, new content will drop and players will be as happy as ever. Thank you for watching.